If you want to build the best possible team at this current moment with Vegeta and Trunks, this video is for you. If you want to maximize their power, this video is for you. If you pulled Vegeta and Trunks, this video is for you. And even if you didn't pull Vegeta and Trunks, this video is still for you, because eventually you will, and when you do, this video will be right here waiting just for you. But for a really quick subscriber challenge before we move on with today's video, I need you to really quickly guess a number 1 through 5 in your head. Take a few seconds, okay? 3, 2, 1. If I guess it, you got caught lacking. And if I don't guess it, you can skip today's subscriber challenge. If any of those numbers was 5 or 2, you got caught lacking today. You got to subscribe to the channel and help us get to 53,000 subscribers. But if you guess 1, 3, or 4, you can skip. Let's hop into today's video. So, LR, Vegeta, and Trunks. Let's just focus on their main rotations first. And yes, I am going to be using this character as the main lead, so it assumes that you have Vegeta and Trunks, obviously. So for the very first rotation, I'm going to have these two paired up together, LR, Vegeta, and Trunks, right next to the Cell Saga Dokkan original, if you will, Goku and Gohan right here. This is actually a very, very strong rotation, especially because Vegeta and Trunks are a designated slot 1 unit, while Goku and Gohan here get a lot of their stats on super attack, but are a very powerful offensive character, which makes them a perfect slot 2 character right next to a Vegeta and Trunks. So imagine having, again, a really tanky slot 1 option and a very powerful slot 2 option. They share 5 out of 7 links. This is going to be a very strong rotation for sure. Keep in mind though that this Goku and Gohan do not fall under the 200%. They are only on the bond of parent and child part of Vegeta and Trunks leader skill. There's no battle of fate. So yeah, keep that in mind, but with the team that I'm going to be showing you here, it really shouldn't be that big of a deal regardless. The next possible rotation I would say that you can run is going to be a double into rotation. So definitely, you know, a little scary for running you're running against a physical enemy, but Vegeta and Trunks are still powerful enough to where, depending on who the enemy is, you still might be able to survive no problem. Keep in mind that LR Namek Goku himself is or does fall under the 200% lead. He does have Battle of Fate, which is right here, as well as the bond of parent and child. He also shares the same exact 5 links that Vegeta and Trunks share with this character right here, so things are going to be pretty much the same on that end. The only issue I would say here is that Namek Goku is also a character who wants to be in that slot 1. So it might be a little difficult for you to figure out how you want to run this character. I mean, maybe since Vegeta and Trunks here, they have 5 turns of guarding, what you can probably do is put this character in slot 2, right? Vegeta and Trunks in slot 2 for the first 5 turns, while giving Namek Goku time to be in that slot 1. If you're getting attacked in slot 1, that will allow him to, you know, stack his defense in that slot 1 for, you know, the first 5 turns. And once 5 turns have elapsed, you can then switch the rotation and put him in slot 2, and then Vegeta and Trunks in slot 1 to give them, again, that guaranteed guard, and then giving Namek Goku whatever he's built up, you know, up until that 5 turns have actually elapsed. So I think that's one effective way to run this rotation. Still, I mean, definitely a powerful rotation nonetheless. I would probably recommend this one though. I mean, again, it's a team, so you can still run both of these rotations, right? But I don't know. I think this one, in terms of the cohesiveness from defense to offense, is definitely a little bit better. But let's move on here. Next rotation, I do have this one right here. Now, LR Ajo Gohan is not great whatsoever, at least right now. He does stack defense, so he could provide some defensive utility, especially in long events. But the only issue is that he's definitely power crept up until this point. He shares the same 5 links with Vegeta and Trunks as every other rotation that I've showed you so far. So the only thing with this character is that he does have the 200% lead, so keep that in mind. And he could work with the rest of the units I want to show you here. So he's not going to be terrible. He's just not going to be that great. When he does get an easy A though, this rotation can definitely work out, especially with his transformed state. But the reason why I included this rotation is because I understand that every person watching this video has maybe LR Namek Goku, or maybe has this Goku and Gohan here. So I wanted to include just one more rotation. Just basically making it more possible for you to possibly run this team. Now, of course, Vegeta and Trunks is going to be your leader, and you're going to have the friend lead Vegeta and Trunks as well. So these are the main rotations. So you're gonna have your Vegeta and Trunks linked up with one of these characters, and the other Vegeta and Trunks linked up with one of these other characters here, if you actually have the units to make that possible. But now let's move on to the floating units. Okay, the units that you definitely want to make sure are floating in and out of every single rotation, the units that are going to be in that designated third slot. The very first one I want to mention is going to be this AGL Gohan. This Gohan unfortunately does not fall under the 170%, sorry, the 30%, or sorry, the 200%, but he is being given 170 because of his bond of parent and child category right here. But the reason why he's so freaking powerful here is because of this: the all allies 3 key and 58% to defense, and of course his really powerful active skill effect as well. So again, imagine giving 3 key and 58% to defense to this rotation right here, or this rotation, or this rotation, where again, this is where L or H Gohan doesn't look that bad anymore, right? When you have a rotation or of a character of this caliber support giving that support. Now this character also stacks defense on super attack, so in decently long fights, this character's defense is going to be pretty okay in that last slot. So you have a character who's giving a lot of support and who could be strong defensively as well. Keep that in mind. Now let's move on to the another option for a third slot character, which I'm going to say right now is going to be this AGL Trunks and Goten. They are a very, very powerful support. They do fall under the bond of parent and child only, no battle of fate, so they're not being given the 200%. But what I really love about this character here is the fact that they're supporting both Goku's family and Vegeta's family. So what happens is, on this rotation, both of these units are being supported. On this rotation, both of these units are being supported. And on this rotation, both of these units are being supported. So you have a very, very strong option here. This unit also stacks defense. So, again, another character who in the long run could be good defensively, while giving a monstrous support to 2 of the very strong categories that are currently in this game. So yeah, I mean, I think that these 2 are definitely high priority if you can put them on the team. Another third slot option I want to mention is going to be this Zeno Vegeta right here. Literally just dropped for, I mean, he's been out for quite some time, but Heroes just came out, so maybe you got him. But this character, of course, is very, very powerful. Greatly stacks defense, which makes him a better option defensively, utility-wise, in that last slot, especially in longer events. But his main call to fame here is going to be his ability to give all Vegeta family category allies 2 key and 40%. So no matter what rotation he comes on or he appears on, he's going to be giving at least the Vegeta and Trunks portion of the rotation the 2 key and 40% to stats. Unfortunately, the Gohan here, or the Goku here, or the Goku and Gohan will not be getting supported there. But again, it's just what you're able to run, right? Not everyone is going to have every character, so I'm doing the best trying to make sure I can bring some powerful, characters on this rotation. But again, I would say if you can run these 3 as floaters, you're gonna have a very strong and cohesive team. Another possible option for a third slot option, if you don't have any of these 3, or maybe not all of these 3, could be this high school Gohan that you actually obtain from the World Tournament summons. So he's actually really strong in that last slot because of his 58% damage reduction and giving all superclass allies 2 key and 30% to attack and defense, which basically again supports every single character on all of the main rotations I showed you. So this, again, he does have some liability in difficult content, but I mean, I feel like when this guy gets an easy A, he's going to be it's gonna be very interesting, I should say, to see how good he's going to be when he gets some type of buff or whatever the case is, because 58% defense isn't really that much, but when you factor in the 58% damage reduction, he could be again a very strong defensive slot 3 option. Another slot 3 option I wanted to mention is this Heart Virus Goku. Now the only thing with this Goku is that he is going to be an amazing option in the case that you have, or you're running, I'm trying to find the proper wording here. If you're running an event that doesn't last that long. So some red zone stages, Dokkan events, obviously, right? But shorter forms of content to where he's going to be able to really kill in that. When I say kill, I'm saying defensively in that last slot, right? The only thing you really don't want is for the fight to go past 5 turns, and you have to fall below 59% HP for these other buffs to start kicking in, because once you've passed 5 turns, his defensive utility isn't as reliable. So just keep that in mind, especially with the team as strong as like Vegeta and Trunks are not taking damage deep into a fight, so it might be hard you know, for you to fall below 59% HP. And you know, so again, this is a very strong defensive character for the first few turns of a fight. So if you're running a very short event, this is the character you want to run. Another option, in case you don't have any of those, is going to be this future Gohan right here. He's not really supporting specifically, but he's going to be a great defensive option, but avoiding any possible, what's the word, like usually when it comes to Dokkan rotations, that last slot is like the most most fragile, if you will, because that's where a lot of characters, a lot of even bosses end up super attacking. So the less HP you have on any given rotation, the more defense he's going to be giving himself. He does have 30% damage reduction, builds up to a total of 28%, and he's also has the ability to greatly raise defense on super attack. So he's going to be really good. But what's really great about this character here is the fact that he gets an extra 120% defense. We also attack, but we don't really care about attack. We want defense, right? An extra 120% defense when there's an ally whose name includes Trunks attacking in the same turn. And guess what we have here? There's a Trunks right there, and a Trunks right there, and a Trunks right there. So you are going to be able to get 120% defense, plus whatever HP level you're at, plus 30% damage reduction, plus an extra 28%, plus greatly raising defense, which is a 50% raise, by the way. So this guy's going to be almost unkillable in that last slot, making sure your team survives a lot longer, obviously. Then, in case you don't have any of those, we have another option here. Sorry, another 2 options, which are basically going to be the 7-year LRs, right? 7-year LRs are, you know, offering extra firepower in that last slot. Also, the first time they appear, they are guarding. So guarding in the last slot is also very, very strong as well. And they're all, you know, you guys already know what these characters do. I'm not really going to sit here and explain both of them to you, but just know that both of these LRs, again, are very, very strong. Having them in the last slot could offer a lot of extra firepower. They're not supporting in any way, but they're, again, just offering extra strength to your team. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I would say a lot of really powerful, you know, slot 3 options for a team like this. Again, I highly recommend these 2, and maybe this Zeno Vegeta if you can make it happen. But yeah, so hopefully, again, you enjoyed. Any questions, let me know in the comments section below. More videos coming your way, obviously, so stay tuned. Hopefully you enjoyed again, and take care and peace.